Movie starts off with Zach Seiler, the quintessential big man on campus at his Southern California high school, returning from what should have been an idyllic spring break. However, his world is turned upside down when he discovers that his girlfriend, the glamorous and popular Taylor, has cheated on him with Brock Hudson, a self-absorbed reality TV star known more for his abs than his intellect. Zach, though visibly hurt, shrugs it off with bravado, claiming that Taylor is easily replaceable. His confident assertion is overheard by his best friend, Dean Sampson, who decides to challenge Zach's claim. Dean bets Zach that he can't transform any random girl in the school into the prom queen in just 6 weeks. Ever the competitor, Zach accepts the challenge without hesitation, ready to prove his worth once again. Dean, with a mischievous glint in his eye, scans the schoolyard for the perfect candidate. His gaze lands on Lainey Boggs, a shy and awkward art student often overlooked by her peers. Lainey, with her unkempt hair, thick glasses, and paint-splattered overalls, is the polar opposite of Taylor. She is deeply engrossed in her art, oblivious to the superficial social dynamics of high school life. Dean smirks, confident that Zach has met his match. Zach approaches Lainey with his trademark charm, but she is unimpressed and dismissive. She has no interest in the high school social scene and is wary of Zach's sudden attention. However, Zach is persistent. He learns about Lainey's passion for art and cleverly uses it as a way to connect with her. He asks for her help with an art project, which piques her interest. Despite her initial skepticism, Lainey agrees to meet Zach at a small theater lounge where she frequently performs her art pieces. On the night of the performance, Zach is taken aback by the eclectic crowd and the bohemian vibe of the venue. Lainey, in an attempt to scare Zach away, volunteers him to perform on stage. Caught off guard but determined not to back down, Zach improvises a performance using a hacky sack, turning an embarrassing situation into a surprisingly entertaining act. The audience, including Lainey, is impressed by his quick thinking and charisma. For the first time, Lainey sees a different side of Zach, though she remains cautious. Zach continues his pursuit, showing up at Lainey's house unannounced. He invites her to the beach with his friends, promising a fun and relaxed day. Lainey is hesitant but eventually agrees, curious about Zach's intentions. At the beach, Zach's friends are initially dismissive of Lainey, but her genuine personality begins to shine through. Zach sees this as a breakthrough and invites her to a party that evening. Lainey declines, citing prior commitments, but Zach is relentless. He convinces her to attend, enlisting the help of his sister, Mackenzie, to give Lainey a makeover. Mac, excited by the challenge, transforms Lainey from a reclusive artist into a stunning beauty. When Lainey arrives at the party, all eyes are on her. She is almost unrecognizable, radiating confidence and elegance. However, the night takes a turn when Taylor, still bitter over Zach's rejection and jealous of Lainey's newfound attention, publicly humiliates her. Lainey, humiliated and heartbroken, flees the party in tears, questioning her decision to trust Zach. Despite the setback, Lainey's nomination for prom queen comes as a surprise. The nomination is a testament to her growing popularity and the impact of her transformation. Zach, feeling guilty about the bet and genuinely caring for Lainey, tries to make amends. He visits her at home, where they have a heartfelt conversation about their personal struggles. Zach opens up about the pressure from his father to attend Dartmouth, while Lainey shares the pain of losing her mother at a young age. Their bond deepens, and Zach leans in for a kiss, only to be playfully rebuffed by Lainey, who jokes that he just wants her vote for prom king. The next day at school, Zach stands up for Lainey's younger brother, Simon, who is being bullied in the cafeteria. This act of kindness further endears him to Lainey, who begins to see Zach as more than just a superficial jock. However, their budding relationship faces a new challenge when Dean, feeling sidelined, asks Lainey to be his prom date. Unaware of Dean's ulterior motives, Lainey accepts, causing tension between her and Zach. Meanwhile, Taylor, now single and desperate to regain her status, tries to win Zach back. When Zach rejects her advances, she spitefully reveals that Dean has already asked Lainey to the prom. Zach confronts Dean, who smugly admits to the bet in front of Lainey. Feeling betrayed, Lainey storms off, refusing to speak to Zach. Prom night arrives, and Zach, unable to convince Lainey to forgive him, takes his sister Mac as his date. Lainey, after some persuasion from her father, reluctantly agrees to go with Dean. At the prom, Dean's true intentions are revealed when he boasts to his friends about his plan to seduce Lainey. Jesse, Lainey's best friend, overhears the conversation and, along with Mac, rushes to warn Zach. Zach, crowned prom king alongside Taylor, realizes he must act quickly. He leaves the stage in search of Lainey, who is already left with Dean. Meanwhile, Lainey, sensing something amiss, thwarts Dean's advances with a foghorn she had brought as a precaution. She escapes and returns home, only to find Zach waiting for her. In the quiet of her backyard, Zach confesses his true feelings for Lainey. He apologizes for the bet and assures her that his feelings have become genuine. They share a dance and a tender kiss by the pool, symbolizing the beginning of a real relationship built on mutual respect and understanding. When Laney questions Zach about the bet, he cryptically promises to honor the terms in his own way. On graduation day, Zach fulfills his promise by walking across the stage nude, save for a strategically placed soccer ball, eliciting laughter and applause from the audience. Laney, watching from the crowd, smiles, knowing that Zach has finally shed the superficial facade and embraced his true self.